So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central... Oh, smashing header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé. When it comes to building from the back, I mean, he's always boasted impressive forward passes, where you see him hit the front line with diagonals, switch play. He's got a great, varied passing game, but I really have been surprised at how good a ball carrier he is.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Played out wide, Rafinha picks it up out wide. It's a goal kick. Mbappe goes on a run down the left wing. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Israel have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe, and he's managed to get free. Van Dijk for Szoboszlai. Kubasi. Israel still without a single shot on target. He's got away. Good ball, good take. Mbappe! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Nicely weighted ball. Can he get it through? And he's had a hit! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Oh, he's found support out wide. And the shot! And it's a goal! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Mbappe.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
De Jong stood his ground strongly. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Del Piero. And no, that was never going to make it. Not the most accurate pass. Now that's well seen too.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Albertini can see things others simply cannot. Now that is commitment to the cause. Mbappe goes short. Oh, important interception. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pinches it off him. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Rummenigge is onto this. Israel looking to pass their way through.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
And here's Del Piero. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Del Piero. And Del Piero! It's bounced back off the post. It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Israel really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Vardiol. Looking to play him in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Israel certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Rummenigge. That has not gone well. Kubasi. Koundé. Marquez wins the duel this time. And it's Koundé. Van Dijk. Kubasi. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. He has found the way, takes a shot! In he goes again! It's in! They are right back in business!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
The goal scorer for Israel after
some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, good. Rafinha! And the referee brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
Hello attendees, this is
the midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. There's the whistle then to start the second half. And it's Michel Platini. Israel finding their passes. Pedri, Szoboszlai, and the through ball.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Rummenigge. Looking to go deep. Donnarumma claims it, safe hands. Rafinha. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Aims beyond the defence. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Mbappe. Driving forward. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mbappe has an approach to the game which it tries from a long way out. Decent hit and on target. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe looking to penetrate opposition lines. Pau Kubasi cuts it out. Szoboszlai. And it's Koundé. Can he get on the end of this? Out of play for a goal kick. Aimed in towards the centre. Platini. He's a sharp little ball here. Guardiola. More and more pressure on the ball here. Now Van Dijk. Pedri. And it's Olmo. Oh, that's ambitious. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Now that looks a decent ball. And he's picked out the run. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, he's looking to get away, but the defending is persistent, adhesive. Cannavaro.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Looking for the run. Spread neatly, and he cuts out the supply. Stood up well to him there. Looking for options for movement. Nicely aimed pass. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Cross into the box. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
Coming on to replace him is number 27,
Guardiola.
Serginho.
It's gone out for a throw-in. And he's let fly. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Serginho. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, good-looking ball. And he skips past his man. And here's Luke de Jong. Shifted it to the flank. Plays it in. There's the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
And he's intervened well there.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
He rises! Cleared away. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
substitution.
Soboslai! That was travelling. De Jong. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Knocks it into space. Incoming delivery.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Deco. Tries to play it through. Oh, perfectly measured that. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Mbappe. Somewhat off target.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And it's Luke de Jong. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Now it's Pele. Pedri. And there goes the final whistle. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shift. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Vinicius Junior. do you think this turns on, Jim?
Trent Alexander-Arnold has redefined the fullback role. I mean, his contributions attacking-wise can match up with some of the leading playmakers around. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone so productive in that role. Some of his cross-field passing is quite ridiculous.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Chance, surely! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Israel with the corner, they're first. Mbappe goes short. He's going for goal! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Ambitious ball here. Oh, he's found support out wide. And this is Neymar. Beckham. Now it's Neymar. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's nice. No goals as yet. Yamal. Rafael Varane gives no quarter whatsoever. And here's Del Piero. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
There's a counter-attack chance here for Argentina. Foot in. And here's Del Piero. Played out wide. Mateus. Rummenigge is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's there to belt it away. So what can they make of this? Mbappe, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Played out towards the right wing. Alexander-Arnold. Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rummenigge. Out towards the flank. It's a good-looking... Oh, what a climb! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Rummenigge. Yamal. Pinches it off him. No question, this... Oh, that's ambitious! And the goalkeeper watches it past.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Israel ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Rafael Varane has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? And the ball is out of play. Vinicius Junior. Rummenigge. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Fernandez conjures time and space where few can. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Israel ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Israel have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Vinicius Junior. Strong running down that left flank. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. He's looking wide. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Fernandez. Passing is crisp and sharp. Mateus. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the through ball. He's having a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. That has not gone well. Oh, well played, well played. Now it's Yamal. Yamal! Oh, that is outstanding! He's got himself an absolute peach. Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
So the first moment of real signal. Shapes to shoot! It's hit the upright. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
We're talking fine margins, very fine margins.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort.
He's had a shot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Argentina are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Vinicius Junior in acres of space out wide. And now they can spring out of defence. He's got tall. And he has kept it out somehow.
Lamine Yamal is offering...
Great chance!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Yamal. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Israel choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Pedri. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Vinicius Junior really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Pass somewhat off target. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, this is intriguing.
Yamal. And here's Yamal. Varane did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Rummenigge. Rodri. Beckham. Can he get it through? Well, that pass isn't the best.
Israel really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Nesta gets good distance on it. Tries the cross. And he's taking no chances there.
Israel really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Yamal, he's found a way through. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Israel really could have done without this.
Número 18, número 7, entran número 11.
And Chet pulls off a sensational save. Oh, he's missed.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Se va a realizar un cambio.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Israel are looking to go forward now. Bruno Fernandes running with the ball. And it's Michel Platini.
Such good technique.
Platini delivered with swing. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
Se van a jugar 4 minutos de compensación.
Mbappe. Bruno Fernandes puts his foot on the gas. Mbappe. Oh, easy pickings there. Beckham. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Platini. And he's decided to go for it. And that's it. Israel perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I don't think I've ever seen a defender, let alone any player, make such a meteoric rise in the manner the Lick did, Peter. Just absolutely phenomenal. A player way ahead of his years, and his composure and confidence is like that of a seasoned veteran.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Yoro. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Great vision. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Spectacular save! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Israel with the corner, they're first. And it's been taken short. Great chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
They've played it short. Fernandes. Celtic have the chance to go the other way. And Del Piero!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a half-decent try.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Israel have their third corner. Mbappe with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Mane, and he's managed to get free.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now it's Mane. Mbappe has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Mateus. Israel finding their passes. And he passes it long. So we're still where we started right now. Casemiro.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And the shot's on... Mbappe! And this is Del Piero. Now it's Mbappe. Takes the shot!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Bruno Fernandes. And it's Mane. And he's on his way! That has ended up in no man's land. Fernandes. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Now it's Del Piero. Mbappe. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Israel get their fourth corner. Mbappe plays it short. Real chance! Mateus, he's going for goal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Yoro. That has not gone well. And the ball's come loose here. Diogo Dalot.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Can he get on the end of this? Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Mbappe. 5 minutes till the break. And this is Del Piero. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Mateus. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Diogo Dalot. And that's put paid to a promising move. Mbappe. Rummenigge, who needs just... And Del Piero!
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Del Piero. Del Piero! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So a fascinating half, full of talking points, not least that last very, very late one. And we are up to the break.
Israel really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Israel have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Del Piero making good progress on the right-hand side. Ball's gone out of play. Serginho. Casemiro. And it's Fernandez. And here's Del Piero. Now it's Mbappe. Has a shot! Rummenigge! Truly a man who will pass the test of time!
As responses to a half-time team talk go, that tops the lot. Of course, it enhances his reputation, and it has to give this team a surge of belief, surely.
53 minutes is number 22.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So we have the first goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Casemiro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Celtic appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time. Well, he's gone for goal.
That dugout has had some relief, at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And he's decided to go for it. Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Israel are leading here through the only goal of the game. Good effort from distance. Diogo Dalot pinches it off him. Just about within shooting range. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Goes for the shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. And that has put paid to that. Rummenigge. He's got away, looking to go deep. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's found support out wide. He has found a way through. And a chance! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Casemiro looking to play him in. Now it's Del Piero. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Diogo Dalot. Nicely weighted ball.
Celtic really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Casemiro. Aims beyond the defence. And the shot! He has done it! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Celtic are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produce something...
And Del Piero! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Fernandes. Shot a goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Fernandes clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Somewhat off target. Spread it left. In with the challenge. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Diogo Dalot.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Euro. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. It's a pretty loose pass. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Now it's Mbappe.
Oh, great feat, that.
Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong. Celtic desperately searching for the winner here.
Pretty robust defending.
Cannavaro concedes a free kick for that. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried.
Coming on the field is Kane.
And it's Kane. And that will be it. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Lamine Yamal. Well, this guy, Lamine Yamal, Peter, certainly is a very exciting talent. A natural right winger. We all know about his technique, but he's very impressive with his decision-making too. And when you consider that his job is all about supply, it's all about end product, he's become actually quite...
Rashford! An early chance, their first of the game. Pedro Porro plays it short. Israel are looking to go forward now. Well, that is a good challenge from him. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Mbappe goes short. Lovely feet. O'Reilly. Botafogo have the chance to go the other way. And this is Lewandowski. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Rummenigge. That has not gone well. And he's there to clear it. And it's Rashford. Rafael Varane gets the foot in and wins the ball. Battling for the right to play in the early stages. Hangs one in. It's a goal kick. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. No goals as yet. Check, gets it away. Driving forward. Rummenigge. There he goes, motoring forward. Oh, Rummenigge! Can he get on the end of this? Yamal is wide and looking to get onto this. Shoots! Danger averted for now. Nicked it back promptly. Araujo. And it's Porro. Elects to cross. Cannavaro tries to clear. He's gone for goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Yamal's cross. Israel couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Well, that is one way to stop him. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it.
That's pretty clear, it is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Czech claims it without any fuss. Some good work on the right flank here. There's the crossfield ball. Mbappe. Now it's Pelé. Good chance here! No, he's missed it.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Pedro Porro. And Jamal. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That has found him in acres of space. And he's only too happy to take that back. Climbs up big! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Plays it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Israel have their second corner now. Mbappe with the short one. And he's had a hit! And now they can spring out of defence. Pedro Porro. Can he get it through? Pele. Rummenigge. He's gone for goal! Off the post! Now it's Jamal. Check claims
indicated.
Al Kubasi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Might want to be careful there.
Cannavaro robs him of possession. Oh, nicely intercepted. Face to face with... And the shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
Number 25.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Israel head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And we are back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Jamal could move up a gear here. He's shifting through the gears here. No, he's not getting past him there. Botafogo have a free kick. Jamal, well read, and the danger is averted. Ambitious ball here. Lewandowski. And now a sudden chance to counter. Kubasi. And here's Rafinha. No, again there's no way through. Oh, truly brave defending.
Some inspired work that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
Now it's Rashford. Rafinha. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Rafael Varane is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Israel just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Over to the left. Rafinha. Botafogo do have a chance to counter here. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble.
And a chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
That's an imaginative pass. Can he finish? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
No, he's not getting his way this time. Now, can they get him away?
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Shot a goal! The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. It's a really well-measured ball. Rummenigge is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Fernandes. Decent progress down the left. Oh, that's well spotted. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Saint-Maximin. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Rafinha. Rashford thinks about... It's Rashford! Mbappe. Swung over. Pele. Goes for goal! Oh, and that should have been two.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Valverde. Bernal. Played towards the front line. Gets a good foot in there. Valverde really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Pele! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Valverde. Oh, that's fabulous. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Foot in. It's a good run down the right. Well seen. Saw that coming. Mbappe. He's found the way through. Chance for a shot! Big relief. It just needed better contact. Israel moments now away from seeing this one out. Pele looking to be a menace in the final third.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Into space out wide. He's got away. Delivery from Mbappe.
Substitution for Israel. Number 22.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Number 5, Pele.
It's
Number
gone out for a
9,
throw-in.
Mbappe. Number 18, Mbumo. Number 21.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time.
Number 10.
Here's San Maxima.
Del Piero.
Oh, that's a
Number
foul in a
20,
dangerous area.
Batistuta. Number 8, Donadoni. Number 17, Bruno Fernandes.
Rudiger has been
Number
sent off, just to
14,
confirm. It
Rudiger.
was a straight red. And he's gone backward here. He's going for goal! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Nicely aimed pass. And there goes the final whistle. Israel have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Mbappe. No way through. Nicely. He rises! Oh, off the bar! He's got away with one there.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Now it's Dembele. Just eases him off the ball. Antoine Griezmann, do we still consider him, Jim, the face of French football?
Yeah, I think there's some room for debate here, Peter, but I can't think of anyone who has a more versatile style of play.
And he's just won so much, hasn't he? He might have had his fair share of disappointments in various finals, but he did win the tournament that really mattered back in 2018.
And he was outstanding in the final, an assist and a very controversial penalty.
Of course, that's right. One of the first significant penalties to be given as a result of a video-assisted review. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's looking wide.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Some good work on the right flank here. Griezmann does well to get it back. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. He's had a shot! Just swings wide.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Thuram.
France really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, it's busy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide players are doing their stuff and are grabbing the attention right now.
Thuram. Now Saliba. And it's Griezmann. Chouameni. And it's Mendy. Now it's Mbappe. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And there's green grass ahead of him, and he's managed to get free. That's great defensive work. It tries a shot! Goal! Israel! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Number 5,
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Dembele. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And that is out of play. And he's managed to gift it back. Takes the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Pele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Israel with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Now it's Fernandez. Opts to play it back. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Mendy. It's not an especially good pass, that. Upamecano. And it's Griezmann. Now it's Mbappe. And he skips past his man. Pressure coming in from all directions.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Fernandez. Rummenigge is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Israel are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Mbappe, can he get it through? And he welcomes it in. Judge, surely! They've scored! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now...
That's rather hopeful. Struck first time. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Pele is offering a wry smile there.
Now it's Mbappe. And now the breakaway. He's shifting through the gears here. Made it. Foolish header! That's a half-decent try. And this could be the final action of the first half. Mbappe with the short one. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? Corner number 3 coming up. And it's been taken short. Rabiot. Mateus demonstrating his defensive quality there. Rabiot. And the half-time whistle goes. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And we are back on the way.
Israel are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Mbappe. France can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Fofana.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's got away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chouameni. Upamecano. Rabiot. Oh, that's fabulous. Varane calmly anticipates. Pele. Aims beyond the defence. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Saliba cuts it out. Chouameni. Upamecano. Rabiot. Pele being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Mendy. Not the most convincing of passes. Almost an hour gone. Here's Griezmann. Thuram. And it's Fofana. Now it's Pele. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Griezmann. It's Fofana. Knocks it into space. That is a brilliant interception. Great chance! That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Fofana. Thuram. Now Saliba. Upamecano. And it's Mendy. Chouameni. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Number 6, Adriano.
And the pass is intercepted. Cherki. And this is Dembele. Israel perhaps contemplating their next change here. Now, can they get him away? Oh, not quite. Thuram. Chouameni. And Cherki. Rabiot. Tries to play it through. That is good strength. Great vision. Dembele in acres of space out wide.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Saliba gets across to intercept that. And it's Fofana. Oh, it's Dembele. Mbappe. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Thuram. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a full... And the finish! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences.
and that's precisely why.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Thuram. And it's Fofana. That's a sharp pass. Fofana looking to play him in. And he's lost his man here. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Ambitious ball here. And this is Rabiot.
There will be 1 minute added time.
So just 1 extra minute for stoppages. And that's it. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. And this is Adriano. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And it's Valverde. And this is Dembele. He's found the way through. Dembele!
I think in Christian Abbiati you have one of the best Italian goalkeepers of his generation.
Must be.
Yeah, well, on the internationals.
Tries from a long way out. Rijkaard. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
He's Dembele! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And the keeper beats it away. And now they can spring out of defence. He's got away. He's a sharp little ball here. Zubimendi. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Fernandez. Knocks it out wide. Gakpo. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. They've played it short. He's in a great position here. Good ball. Got a chance! Just off target. Well timed, excellent interception. Fernandez. And here's Alvarez. Now, who's going to be first to this? Rijkaard with the clearance. Zielinski. He's gone for goal! And for a moment, time stood still. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. And he's gone back. Tries a shot! Goal! Israel! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Israel, after 26 minutes, is number 8, Donadoni.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more...
And he's let fly! And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Platini. That's really well manoeuvred. Not the most accurate pass. And if you have just joined us, still just one... Has a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
And it's gone back to the keeper. Check. Dominant, commanding, a true colossus between the posts. Fernandez. Now Gakpo. Rafael Varane. Donadoni. And it's Michel Platini. And here's Alvarez. Zubimendi. More and more pressure on the ball here. For De Bruyne. Excellent challenge. Oh, that's ambitious. Zielinski. Spread it left. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now that's well seen too.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
De Bruyne. Zubimendi. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. He's gone for goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, third corner of the game. Mateus plays it short. There's the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Donadoni clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Now it's Alvarez. He's tried one! Arsenal are looking to go forward now.
Has been indicated.
Great defending, strong and determined. Adriano.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Good read, needed to be. Oh, good-looking ball. There's the whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing. A little more penetration, I think, should help them get the job done.
Israel have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. That's rather hopeful. Varane spots it and intercepts. Adriano can be a real threat inside the box. Tries to pass it through.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to...
De Bruyne! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Zielinski proves just a little bit too strong. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. He's in plenty of space here. That is a brilliant interception. Quality ball. Donadoni. De Bruyne. Nice looking ball. Mbappe in acres of space out wide. He's had it taken off him.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Pinches it off him, and it's Zielinski. Mateus is there to clear. And he's managed to get free. He's had a shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
No, again, there's no way through. Raul. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Mateus has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm. He is therefore off. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Platini. Oh, that's neat. Your impression so far, Jim?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
And he was quick to react. Now that looks a decent ball. Big chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Great vision. Varane cuts it out. It's a pretty loose pass. Can he get on the end of this? Mbappe! Shot, surely! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Rijkaard calmly anticipates. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And that has left him in a heap. And here's Dembele. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, he knows very well that he is already walking a tightrope.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 22, Zielinski. Number 4, Raul. Coming on the field, number 6.
And it's Hazard.
Kakarot.
Valverde picks it up now.
23.
And the shot! And it's in! Arsenal are level. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Substitution in progress.
Time for a change in personnel. That has certainly made things interesting.
Arsenal really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Hazard. Now, can they get him away? De Bruyne, terrific header! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Number 20, Dembele.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Number
There's still a bit
18,
left in it, Peter,
Nunes.
but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly. Israel really
There will
don't
be
have a
5
choice
minutes
now.
added
They just...
time.
Oh, he's been caught napping! It's a promising position. He has found the way through. Good take. Shot a goal! He's got a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Decent chance! It's hit the uprights. Yildiz. Kaká receives it in a good position here. That's a shade optimistic. Marquez. And that is that. Israel illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. Israel are now forced to play the bulk of the game a man short.
It looked avoidable and unnecessary, but it makes you think that he was trying to intimidate.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Marquez concedes a free kick for that. And he's going to have his name taken. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He rises! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Out for a throw. Played into the box. Here's the header! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
This was all about good movement in the box, just to allow him to get to it.
Rummenigge! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, what has happened here? And one more try! A real chance and a real let-off.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter. Might want to be careful there.
Varane with the foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Rodri. To Van Nistelrooy. There will be a throw-in. Nicely weighted ball. Ribery unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Now, can they get him away? Rijkaard is always looking to break lines, and he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Pelé. Rummenigge. Mbappe. Pelé. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Ribery. The ball is loose, and the chase is on. Van Nistelrooy. He's looking wide.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Not the most accurate pass. Mbappe. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Messi. Rafael Varane produces the perfect tackle there. Back towards the middle. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Messi. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Can he get it through? Messi. Mbappe. Just eases him off the ball. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's come. In he goes again. It's a loose ball. This time, surely! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Marquez, spread out to the left.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Pelé.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's been taken short. This looks promising. He's gone for goal! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Albertini just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Rummenigge knocks it into space. That's been cut out, well played. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And that has left him in a heap. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Habrá 2 minutos de
That
descuento.
pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. That has ended up in no man's land. Gusto. Ribéry. Shifted it to the flank. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, we've seen at times it can be harder to play against 10, and that seems to be holding true so far. Something I've experienced in the past, and with this sort of intensity and fearlessness, who knows, they might just get something they want.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we're off again. Both sides defensively robust up to now. He's got away.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Saliba. It's Saka. Saka will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Shot could be on. Chance! It's a goal! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Has a shot! Oh, it's come loose. Played out towards the right wing. Great vision. And it's Azar. And they've got a throw. Some good work on the right flank here. In towards the back stick. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Israel clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Lewandowski. So we've reached the hour mark. Out towards the flank. Takes a terrific header. It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here. That's a player who's very good at his craft. If space is to be found, he'll find it.
Spread it left. Oh, no joy this time. Albertini. Pass somewhat off target. Tries to play it through. He has found the way through. Azar with big header! Off the post! Played down the flank. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Rummenigge. Quality ball. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Azar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Saka. And he's there to make the challenge. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
In he goes again!
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal